Everywhere in the world we can observe and be touched by acts of kindness. People from all walks of life, faiths and cultures extend themselves beyond the call of duty to help others unconditionally. Through their noble deeds, humanity as a whole is elevated. To commend virtuous actions and encourage more people to be inspired by their examples, Supreme Master Ching Hai has lovingly created a series of awards, including the Shining World Leadership Award, Shining World Compassion Award, Shining World Hero and Heroine Awards, Shining World Honesty Award, Shining World Protection Award, Shining World Intelligence Award, and Shining World Inventor Award, to recognise some of the most exemplary, generous, caring and courageous people who walk amongst us. Today, in honour of Father's Day, we're about to feature 4 remarkable men, role models and all recipients of the Shining World Hero Award. First, let's hear the story of 3 courageous Australian men. It was an ordinary night along the Nerang River in the Gold Coast of Australia. Andrew Fisher, Cameron Wilson and Johan Malm were going about their daily lives when an unsettling noise awoke the still night air.
Me and my girlfriend were under the Old Capri Bridge and we heard a screech of tyres and we noticed the car hit the curb a couple of times and went through the railing and did a big 360 in the air, hit the rocks and landed in the water.
I just finished work actually, so just relaxing in my unit across the street from the accident and heard this big boom and thought it was a big car crash. So I went down and looked and couldn't actually see anything. And had a second look and that's when I saw the railing has been smashed.
Despite the cold, dark and dangerous stretch of river below, the men rushed to the driver's aid.
We just rushed there and just jumped in. Seen old mate here, he was already there. There was a pole there, I just slid down the pole and dived in.
I ran down and jumped in. That's when I met Mr. Fisher here in the water and managed to pull the guy in.
I went around the long way because I had the torch and they had the man out. I was just standing on the back of the car with the torch because we thought there was somebody else in the car. But after 10, 15 minutes, and there was not much more we could do, so that was it.
Although very humble about the matter, Mr. Fisher and Mr. Malm had to withstand serious injuries during the rescue due to the rugged river's edge.
I just went and got stitches on my feet from the medical centre later that morning. And I couldn't walk for quite a few weeks, so I couldn't work as well.
After we actually landed him on the rocks, we kept diving down because we dark and strong currents, we actually didn't know more people in the car or not. So just trying to manage to get into the car and just had a few bruises.
Mr. Malm managed to get the driver out through the car window. Although his hand required surgery due to injuries sustained while doing this, he felt that his sacrifice was well worth his deed.
Cut up some tendons, so has a bit of surgery on the finger. Give it a few months, maybe it's going to come good again.
Mr. Wilson also risked his own well-being to go to the river and guide Mr. Fisher and Mr. Malm with a torchlight and enable them to take turns going into the murky water to save the driver. Still, he doesn't take any credit for his heroism.
These two done it all. I didn't really do anything. They went straight down over the edge. I went around the long way because I had the torch and they had the man out. These two fellas are the dead set heroes.
To commemorate the men's noble and timely rescue, Supreme Master Ching Hai honoured each of them with a Shining World Hero Award, calling them inspirational guardians. Along with the plaque, they were given personal letters commending their courage and loving kindness, enduring hardship to save the life of another, and the wonderful message of selflessness their deeds offer humanity. In addition, they were each given a custom-fit hero jacket.
And Mr. Cameron Wilson, congratulations.
Supreme Master Ching Hai also gifted each of the award recipients $500 US for the purchase of medicine that would aid their recovery.
That's
Just
amazing.
one
Thanks
for you.
a lot. That's incredible.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Yeah.
Despite their laudable actions, the kind-hearted and humble Shining World Hero Award recipients do not consider themselves heroes.
I'm just glad the guy's all right and he can get back to his family and life. I don't think I'm a hero. I was just there at the right time. You know, you just got to help someone when they need help.
Yes, I'd just like to thank the Supreme Master for these kind gifts and that, but really it was these two fellas who done all the work. I was just there helping these two. They're the heroes, so I was just there at the right time. Thank you.
Thank you. It's just one of those things you don't really hear, or you act instinctively and accordingly. Just hoping that people would have done the same for me if I would be in that car.
To their loved ones, however, they are surely to be admired.
I think it's excellent. I think it's courageous.
I'm Merlin Wilson, Cameron's wife.
And what do you think of your husband?
Oh, I think he's pretty brave to have just gone down and helped with the rescue. He's our hero.
And what do you think of your dad?
He's a hero.
So the jacket suits him?
Yes, it does.
Yes, you are certainly heroes to us, and we're proud of you for having done the right thing. We will be right back for the presentation of a Shining World Hero Award to yet another honourable man. You're watching Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to enlightening entertainment on Supreme Master Television. Let us now travel to Neenah, Wisconsin, in the Midwestern part of the United States. Mr. Merlin Harn was driving with his wife Teresa when they noticed a couple of young boys on railroad tracks. Recognising the danger, Mr. Harn quickly called the police to ensure their safety.
As she was calling 911, one of the boys had moved off the tracks, but the young 3-year-old boy stayed on the track, and it was on the outside rail. As she was calling, the gates came down and a train started to come forward. Didn't waste any time. I just ran down the tracks.
The conductor had stopped the train and came running down, thinking Mr. Harn and the boy did not make it in time.
And as I picked them up and turned around, the train had just missed me.
And so with heaven's grace they both survived. According to Mrs. Teresa Harn, it was completely in Mr. Harn's character to have instinctively put himself in danger to save another.
It doesn't surprise me that my husband would jump out and do what he did.
Still, Mr. Harn calls his wife the hero.
My wife did have a big help. She noticed those boys on the tracks and made that call, and I know that if it wasn't for her, they too would not have made it. But to find out that I had just saved the little boy just before the train had got there, I feel very blessed, and then know that God orchestrated the whole thing because of the timing was so essential. I mean, just 1 second off, and I believe that we would have been killed.
In fact, Mr. Harn's timely rescue gave hope to the entire community.
I think the neatest thing about the whole thing is that people like to hear good stories, true stories that have touched their heart. And this is a bright spot that people can talk about, and in hopes that they too will go out and help somebody else and possibly save a life.
For his selfless deed, Supreme Master Ching Hai awarded Mr. Merlin Harn the Shining World Hero Award. He was also presented with Supreme Master Ching Hai's CDs, DVDs and books, including the #1 international bestsellers, The Noble Wilds, The Birds in My Life, and the dogs in my life. Mr. Harn expressed his gratitude for the award.
I want to thank Supreme Master Ching Hai. I'm very humbled and I'm very honored to receive this award. And thank you very much for coming this way and meeting our family, and for this. I'm deeply, deeply touched. Thank you.
One young boy is especially proud of Mr. Harn, his son Devon.
After the incident, it seemed like it brought a lot of hope to our family. My friends were pretty amazed that my dad did that, and they kind of even wanted to hear a little bit more of what happened at that time. They seemed to really like it.
Mr. Harn was invited to share his story in classrooms, where he inspired many of the younger generation.
This is a poster made for my class. Dear Mr. Harn, we truly consider you a hero in our community. Thank you for saving the little 3-year-old. You risked your life for the little kid. Thanks for the important lesson you had taught us. Thank you for spending your time to come in and talk with us.
Finally, our hero wished to convey his appreciation to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I just want to thank Supreme Master Ching Hai for this opportunity to share our story on her TV station and around the world. We just want to emphasize for others to go and help people and to go out of your way to help them and possibly save a life. Sometimes we get caught up in our own selves and do our own thing, but it's time that we go out and help others. So, thanks again.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew Fisher, Mr. Cameron Wilson, Mr. Johan Malm, and Mr. Merlin Harn for brightening our world with your gallantry and valour. Congratulations on your most deserving Shining World Hero Awards. We wish you many blessed and delightful days with your loved ones. Generous viewers, it was a pleasure having you join us on today's program. Coming up next is Words of Wisdom after noteworthy news, here on Supreme Master Television. May peace and love prevail forevermore on earth.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/EE.